Friendships with males. Is it possible to have a friend?
Easy thing that. Most of my friend them are male. So you can be friend with a male.
Let me ask you a question. Yes, I can be.
Oh, you can be friend with a male.
I can be.
But in the marriage, you have to be careful. Right. My husband, you don't want that. And most of my friends them are male. My longest friendship after 27 years, and now I'm male.
Your eyes look like it out. Oh, sorry. You're good, Dad. I'm moving on. So she's distracted, you know. Alright, friendships on another level is, what are some of the things that are off limits with your friends?
Don't take my man. Don't do that. All it me and him left. That's like code 1. It's true.
So you have a man for friends to take?
No. But I'm saying if I should get a man. I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, when I take my man, they must say, "Oh, if you beat up your friend, I beat up my friend and the man."
Ready?
Oh boy, just leaving them. Oh boy, how about just leaving them? I agree with that though. I think that is one thing that a friend just doesn't do. Outside of that, I wouldn't say there are any limits per se. With my friends know the things that they shouldn't do and the things that they should do, and outside of that, I can't see anything that I would say is off limits to a friend.
Yeah.
Limitless. And you know, me not like to always say that, you know, like you have some people like say, Tony. They know your man a look she and she come tell you but you want to have up your friend. And now I say your man now look like you know about your man. Sometimes the friend them lie, you know. What? Oh, sorry. I'm not going to stay right here so with me. Like, I'm not doing a laugh. Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
She need a show first.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that always mash up like friendship and it always turn out to sometimes the friend you want your man for true, but most of the time your man want your friend. No, time. That's not one in our friendship. We know better. Oh no, we know better. We keep it at code 1.
Are we able to proceed?
If you feel the world's against you, Kita Shines can help you. Be the light and be the change and recognize your value.
Yeah,
Alright. What was the question again? What was it? Off limits, something like that. Yeah, same thing. For me now, on a matter of boundaries, if my friend and I say we share something special, you may have another friend, which is fine. I would respect and appreciate if what we have, if something I shared with you confidentially, you just automatically know.
You can share with the next friend.
No, share with the next.
Yeah. That's a chatty people business.
Yeah, and I don't like, sometimes them friends find a cute way for want to tell other people business, like.
Depends on who, because I want you can tell me.
So me and Mishka talk now and me I tell her, say, like yesterday I really ended up in a bind. Yeah, I say, me want to say to she, like I didn't ask you.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You have to all of them man.
I'm not do that. You never ask about Stacy.
So they have
I mean, I volunteer people business.
right. I don't like that.
Mhm.
Or you're a friend. They're going through a tough time, but to make their issue seem smaller, they seek to project yours to make them feel better. Why are you laughing? What?
She doesn't you have more problem than them.
So that you go downstairs and come up.
She was like, them wrong, them wrong. You have problem too. That my problem so big.
I'm not gonna done. I don't worry about them because we can't even flow. But so those things, and I would have been in a space. Honestly, I can say I've never experienced it, but I've been in a space. You know, sometimes you sit down. That's why I used to like telling bus to go, like hear the things there. People, you know, people like talking in a bus.
We think about a taxi man.
And I heard a friend, seemingly, so they're there, but they're talking about another. And when I sat and listened, I said, the other girl you know realize say she not really value her, you know. It's like she is there to make her feel better about herself. And
That's sad.
it's very sad.
That's sad.
And I was in the moment that we don't want to grab her and try, but again you can't. You can't do it. You can't do this and point out these things. And a lot of people I realize are yearning and longing for friendships. My next question is, how do you define a good friend? Like, do you believe that there are a lot of good friendships around?
Sadly, I don't think there are a lot of good friendships. For me, being a good friend is being trustworthy, being loyal. Me know so me can tell them my business, and if me hear it, and are you,
Yes.
like me can't put my head on my block
Yes.
say,
But Miss, me no cut you because you see,
Yeah,
you
cut
have
her,
some
but go on.
people. Alright, so I had a friend, right? Every day him come to you, me I tell you about a you alone, but I know you alone. He might tell you too, but
Them
you
them
alone.
people.
And then he might tell me, and I'm me alone. But then when he talk now, I always want somebody them feel like talk.
And are you?
Me never show me love chat.
And then are you
I
that
never yet me, never. And first thing, that friend, nobody could come to me and ask me that person their business.
Right.
Nobody.
But so that means that the friend they no understand the level at which you would go for them.
And that.
yeah.
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 As a friend, I think you have a responsibility to protect your friend, to protect your friend's image, to protect your friend's business, just to stand in defense of. You can't say nothing about my friend.
No. Mm-mm.
You can't
Talk
say
about
my
me.
friend them.
Say something about me.
But
Yeah, man.
yeah, leave out my
Dark
friend
up the
them.
place.
And I hold friendship so dear. For me, the minute I put you in the category of a friend, there are certain things that I expect of you. Just the same way I would deal with you, I'm expecting that's how you're going to deal with me. I'm expecting that you're going to have my back no matter what. I'm expecting that if you know that something hurts me, you're going to keep it away from me. Just the same way, if I know something hurts you, I'm going to keep it away from you. I'm not going to keep talking about the man know me no say the relationship that done, me not going to beat you with it, you know?
Right.
I know that you might be struggling with certain things. For me, I'm here to offer encouragement and support. That no means I'm not going to tell you what on my mind.
I'm condone.
Yeah, no, I'm not go. That means I'm not gonna tell you when you're wrong.
Right.
But you being wrong is not my opportunity to beat down on you. It's my opportunity to encourage and uplift you so that we can identify the wrong and then get you to a better place. So my responsibility as your friend is to assist in boosting your self-confidence and helping you to become the best version of yourself that you can be.
I don't have anything
Yeah.
to say. You said it good. That's why you put it up there. And it doesn't make sense to repeat. Like, that's it. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say.
I don't know. You're doing like this, like you're in a class. I'm not sure if it's
I'm
because. Oh, guys, this is Mishka's teacher. Was let's not go down the line. We're talking about friendships, please, because she will fly off. Thank you.
Especially since she has no skirt.
Right? Now, how do you deal with someone who considers you to be their friend, but you don't consider them to be a friend?
We not have to deal with it. It not have to deal with it. Me just make them say, me and a friend like that. And me and a friend, we just chill and bounce. Me and a friend. So you don't have to deal with it. So you know, so if you want to go away, I'll say, because, and sometimes then, and they have to make things clear too.
You might make it clear.
Yeah. You have to make things clear because you can't have any head to me and your friend. And me say, you, me and you are no friend. We have always have problems. So, I make it clear, me and a friend with G. So where you get that from? So we can't go have no more problems. So I'm not to deal with. I see.
You share a similar perspective?
Similar, but not quite. For me, even in your explanation, that's a way of dealing with it, I think. In saying to them, look, these are the boundaries, or in showing them, because sometimes you don't have to say it, but you show it. For me, I think it's important that you identify it and that you have a discussion about it, because it can be seen to the other person as you being deceptive, and it can be hurtful. And I don't necessarily want to hurt anybody, even if it's not intentional. So the minute I recognize that you hold me in a place, and some people, the reality is, you don't want them as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't want you as a friend, and you are putting yourself out there in a way that I realize that you're suggesting that we're friends, then I'm going to have a conversation about it to say, and you have to be careful again because you don't want to hurt the person, but you want to identify that we're not friends, we're just not at that level.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important.
Right. That is because of my personality, and I ask that question, and you genuinely care for people and you want the best for people. I think a lot of times I am read wrong. So I ask that question because, of course, I'm gonna care for you. So a real life example. So you care, you look out, and then the person would say, "But apparently, you do so much. How is it that you are not sharing with me like you would with other people, seemingly my friends? Or why is it that I feel like I'm a part of your friend circle?" And then I would say, "But you're not." No, that will seem abrasive. How do I really communicate it otherwise? It's a genuine question. Like, I find that people will, and like I honestly, truly like people. But then there are categories.
Right.
Because they're people are people. Like,
Right.
what about the delicate part of you? If I don't trust you with the delicate part of me, how do I tell you that I cannot? You can't matriculate into the next level. How do I communicate that?
Me and you can't go be friends. Me love you same way and me care about you. Yeah. Me do things you said here, but just know say we can't go be friends.
And that's okay.
I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, then if them still want have it not for them say and them offend them and hurt themselves.
Yeah. So we also have to know who wants us to be their friends.
And ask the question.
Yes.
You say, me and your friend?
Yeah.
Yes. So they say no, you say,
Don't assume that because we work together, or we go to church together, or we do stuff together.
And another thing I find is not everybody's a communicator. I'm naturally a communicator.
Yes.
Not everybody's a communicator using words. So you will have other persons who might use their language. And I've had a situation pretty recently where I had someone who I thought was a friend, and I was treating that person as such. But I've observed that in certain interactions, the person deals with me a particular way, not sharing certain things. And when I look at it, I say, okay, so maybe I am considering this person my
Right.
friend, but that person just doesn't have me in the category of a friend. And then I evaluate it and I step back. And that person is not a communicator, a verbal communicator. So the person is not going to say to me, look, whereas I would say, we're not friends, we're not there. That person is not going to say that. So you have to also be smart enough to read outside of what is actually being said.
And then on the flip side to that, because you and the person can actually be friends or were friends and then something change for them. Or probably you say something
What
to
do you
them.
mean something change for them?
So you say something to them where them probably take wrong, or you say something and them take it wrong.
But that's my next question.
Because people weird, you know.
How do you resolve a heartbreak in a friendship?
You know, like my heart breaks, so if you break my heart, there's no resolving.
Friendship done.
That makes no sense though.
Yeah, right.
If you value
Value
a
my heart
person,
more.
if you value a person, I believe forgiveness is a very big part of
And
friendship.
you're very unforgiving.
The reality, but you say you're a good friend. How can you be a good friend if you're a very unforgiving?
From the situation.
Well, up the mic.
I'm unforgiving for true.
I believe as a good friend, being able to forgive is very important. None of us are perfect.
Sometimes I don't think I forgive, I just move on.
Oh, so like you still come back to you and you're still and then it causes you to be upset with the person.
Depends.
Well, up the mic.
It depends because see, I don't know how to forgive, like truly forgive. I've never truly forgiven anyone. Never, ever.
Oh, you must be walking around.
No, not
heavy.
That. Light, man.
But if you don't forgive,
They
then it means that you can't let go.
What mean?
You don't
Not
truly
because they let
move
not
on.
because they let go means that you forgive them.
Yes.
So.
Letting go is forgiveness. When you,
right,
don't let go, you're holding a
right,
grudge, which means that
let
you
go
have
to most
forgiven.
of it. Not all of it.
We're not saying forget.
No, forget.
Definitely you can't forget.
But yeah,
No.
you're alive.
Yeah,
We're
right.
not saying like
no, but
you're
like,
really
heartbreak. Like, what's somebody can? And I'm friendly break my heart. I'm going to tell you when I ask me question. Then.
I don't remember what
Yeah.
it was. So have you forgiven?
No time. But man, the person still talk and we're good.
Are you still your friend?
No. But we talk, we alright, and we still run joke and there are certain things where that person would get about me. So that we can just text the person and say, oh, and the person say, yeah, that is the conversation and we understand each other. That is a lot. You get what I say?
What were you gonna say about?
So this me like my
I'm just saying that remember now.
My heart!
It's true, but like I don't know to forgive people. That's why I'm not bother with people sometimes.
It's hard, I know. And when you get your heart broken, it's never easy. It can be devastating. But I believe the first part of forgiveness is confronting the person to identify that, look, this hurt me, this is how you hurt me, and working it out, and then growing past it, talking
That
it
is
through,
easier said than
allowing.
done.
I know
Because
it's
have some
hard.
people just feel like say, yo, them never do nothing.
And that's the
That
thing.
no.
The attitude now will determine whether or not the friendship can continue.
Yeah.
Because if I've said to you, you have hurt me, and I identify the ways that you have hurt me.
But you do this and you did that.
No, then you are not
not
accepting that you have hurt
We
me.
can't go move.
And then we cannot move forward.
That's different.
If the person acknowledges that they have wronged you, apologizes, and you can see that person trying to move forward and to make a difference, then I think if you're a good friend, you have a responsibility to try to forgive that person. If it is so egregious that you just can't forgive, then it means that that friendship would be at an end because you cannot carry that baggage with you and the friendship remain the way it was before.
That's why I like my friend them when me have cause you do something when me not like, me make you know say time or they want make me know say which can you say you never do for do that or you never do for say that and I say, you know me never do things them wrong or I say me not care but they say no you have to care and we I will move on. If we say sorry, we say sorry and we move on. No care how. That me like
And
in
that's
my friend.
important.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what it goes back to what Tracy is saying. Like you confront. So you confront and you
But
really
not everybody do well with confrontations.
You have to, disputes are important to grow.
yes.
And it's the way you resolve a dispute that makes the difference. Disputes will always come because we're different. And I might innocently offend you. And it would be your responsibility to identify that so that I'm aware to say, look, to bring it to my attention. And that's confronting me. That's very important.
Very, very important.
Because if I don't know that I've wronged you, then I cannot make it right. I cannot.
And what the things that Mishka is saying in terms of deflection or you're just not willing to even pause to look at what happened, how I hurt your feelings, then we can't move forward. You won't because you're going to always feel like this person doesn't value me.
Right.
And it's like you're walking, say, this person is going to do this very thing.
Again, yes. Because if you don't recognize the way you have wronged me and the effect it had on me, then you cannot truly say it won't happen again.
Hey, our friendship, heartbreak,
Worse than when your family them say and them are no family.
Okay.
have a question.
What I was going to say. I would say it hurts just like in an intimate relationship.
It's worse.
Okay.
Okay.